has been a regular to the Restaurant Finance and Development Conference for many years. He's the founder and president of TAGeX Brands and describes it as a firm that supports facility and equipment transition in the food industry. Translation: when you decide to close stores and you either need to liquidate your equipment or redeploy it, you call Neal. So to talk about what's going on in the underbelly of the restaurant industry, please welcome Neal Sherman.
Thank you, John. Thanks, John. I appreciate the underbelly comment. So it was about this time last year that I got a very disturbing call from a client who said that the next day they were going to file bankruptcy, close 30 plus locations, let 700 plus people go, and abandon millions of dollars of equipment. And through some sleepless nights, we collaborated on a plan that allowed them to redeploy equipment, and instead of paying $1 million in equipment, he was able to redeploy it, and then we yielded a check for about $500,000 in proceeds. And John Hamburger, I want to thank you for finally allowing somebody to say what this industry has known for many years, and that is restaurants close, okay? Restaurants close. There, I said it, got it out on the table. For those of you franchisors that don't want franchisees to know about it, restaurants close. And for those bankers here that call it workout, I don't mean the gym, for you public companies who don't want Wall Streets to know that restaurants close, they do. And if you've been in this industry more than 5 minutes, you know you've either seen, been part of, or yes, caused restaurants to close. And it's not just any other industry. It's not just the retail brethren. We've closed thousands of locations in the last 12 to 24 months. National brands, regional brands, local brands. 25+% of malls won't exist in the next 5 years. Hopefully I'm waking you up out here. Restaurant chaos is here. The end is ahead. I don't mean the end in total, but the restaurant apocalypse is close. There's a lot of overcapacity out there. In the last 12 months, we have closed 1,000+ locations in this country. And it's not just casual dining. It's fine dining, fast casual, fast food, and even the great Bobby Flay, whose product I love and has a great Midas touch, closed a restaurant last month. And however, my mother always taught me, in every dark cloud, there is a silver lining. And indeed, there is a silver lining in this. But for those of you in the audience that think the equipment aftermarket is something akin to Sanford and Son, used equipment, greasy equipment, you bankers out there, or get a guy in a pickup truck to take the equipment away and you never hear from him again, I'm here to say there's another side to this. That in the last 5 to 10 years, we see a new vision for the equipment aftermarket, one that is grounded in discipline and documentation and professionalism and technology that allows people to take advantage of the equipment aftermarket, not just used equipment, but also equipment from manufacturers and distributors that have overruns and scratch and dent inventory. So in the next 12 to plus months that you go through your day, you can either come out of this conference with incremental change. You can change a couple points on food cost or labor cost or health care, or you can say, granted I'm biased, take advantage of the equipment aftermarket and have radical change. And what do we mean by radical change? 4 things to take away. 1, creative sourcing. You can save 50% plus by sourcing equipment in the aftermarket. It's always been the independent little guy who's taken advantage of this, and now it can be you as well. 2, liquidate. There's a lot of operators here, pretty much everyone, that has that storage facility or warehouse that they keep beating up on their facilities people. Get rid of that thing. I'm sick of paying storage every month, and you can liquidate that. The third thing is that you can lower your CapEx costs and reduce the service costs. You know, that service guy that charges you every month for the pizza oven to be repaired, you can get out of your hair by replacing the equipment. And the fourth benefit, which we never really thought of before, is the opportunity to have a green element by recycling equipment, and so it doesn't end up in a landfill. So those of you that want to continue to do the same old thing on an ongoing basis and don't think that it'll change, the key is don't jump the shark, ride the wave of the equipment aftermarket. That's all I got. I got 2 extra minutes here, so efficient. Thank you.